You, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game. That's 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
All right, welcome in to the Fitness Fanatics. It is Sunday, July 27th, and it is the final episode of Fitness Fanatics before football starts. So exciting. Harrison, are you fired up this morning?
I'm super fired up. I think we were talking about it out there already.
We got a big monumental Hall of Fame preseason game coming up Thursday night, a game which I'll watch probably 2 minutes of, and then I'll turn it because I don't like watching games that I don't know any of the players, which that's what it'll be. But it's Detroit and the Chargers coming up on Thursday night from Canton for the Hall of Fame game. So this is it. Last Sunday before football. I know the next few just all preseason games, but I don't really care because it's going to be awesome, right?
Yeah. How excited do you get for the Hall of Fame game?
Well, I don't really.
Okay.
I just like to see, like, I'll tune in to watch the pregame, listen to the announcers, and then after about 2-3 series, it'll be time for bed.
Fair enough. It's a good appetizer for me. Just
now,
get the feel of it.
If it was the Bears, I would watch because I know the players, the backups, and I'd want to see some of those guys. But for teams that are not the Bears, I really don't care. I'll probably only like watching preseason games, like if it's the Bears, or like game 2 of the preseason is typically when the starters will play couple quarters. And so I usually am interested in those series. But again, it's preseason, so you can't really take a lot of stock. But it is going to be nice to just listen to some commentating, see some plays.
It'll be fun.
See some players.
Watch the Jets. Adrian will get a nice run, I'm sure.
Yeah, he should get in there.
Fields went down.
Well, it's just
not major, but
just a little toe issue.
Exactly. But they'll, I think, utilize backups quite a bit more as a result until Justin Fields is all the way back. And I think Adrian's third string.
Yep. So no, it's exciting. It's a hot, muggy day here in Lincoln. I don't know if we're going to do much outside today because of all the corn sweat we have going on, but so we haven't been in the studio for a couple weeks. Our episode last week, we had pre-recorded it because we were down at Memorial Stadium doing the Husker Road Race. I believe there was.
Mic on?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I can't hardly hear me.
I'll turn you up a little bit. There
you don't have to. Yeah, I believe you, but.
Well, usually you're muted this first segment anyway.
I wouldn't have been surprised, is what I was saying.
But it was fun, right, Nicole? Fun. You had fun time.
Yeah, it was fun. I ran the whole thing.
That's awesome.
I have not done that. I haven't ran 3 miles straight in probably over a year. Like, I prefer to walk just in general. I like to do like a 4-minute run, 1-minute walk, or 9-minute run, 1-minute walk, 4 minutes, 1 minute. I like to do interval. But I ran with one of our members and our former guest on the show, Carrie Butch. She's training for the Lincoln or for the Half-Z. And so I tagged along and we ran the whole thing. And I was sore. I think I was more sore than I have been for some half marathons before. Like, I didn't feel better until Thursday, maybe.
And it's crazy how, like,
and I felt fine during the run.
Yeah.
It got to a point where, like, I kind of get bored of running, like ADHD. I think that's why I like walking, because it breaks that up a little bit. But then by then it was so hot that I was like, I just got to keep going, because if I walk, it's just going to take me longer to finish and to get into the shade. That's my one beef about that race. There's just not a lot of shade on the course.
Just a couple moments
Yeah.
where there's shade and you're like, oh, this feels so good.
But
So
Yeah.
give or
it's
take, though,
summertime.
sometimes you guys do that and you guys are run through a rainstorm.
I
Mhm.
know.
This time of year, it's hard to get
Yeah.
perfect weather on it.
Well, and the 5K doesn't start till 8:30. And I swear every year it's like cloudy at the beginning, like when you get there and you're like, okay, this is going to be great.
It was a
And
nice, cool morning.
literally, I swear every time, like 5 minutes before the race starts, the clouds part and the sun comes out.
I
It's
do remember
never
that.
not been hot.
I had to grab a hoodie in
Yeah.
the morning to work. It was a little chilly.
Yes, it was beautiful
Mhm.
for the mile. Fun
Right.
run. And then, but which is fine. You expect that. And it's no different than people. We're just indoor. I'm more indoor, so I'm not as acclimated.
Especially
to
this
heat.
time of year.
Yeah. So I'm not as acclimated to someone who grills outside or is used to being outside all the time.
We're like, the Bears hibernate over the winter. We hibernate over the
I'm
summer.
an indoor cat. I'm an indoor cat, not an outside cat.
Yeah.
Like our cat.
And Ben and I, we ran probably half of it. So I haven't ran one step since a year ago. And yeah, I was pretty sore. It's funny how like we work our legs all the time. Leg day, two days a week. We're kickboxing, but man, you get out there and there's just something about the repetitiveness of the run.
My shins, my ankles,
Hip flexors.
Like, oof, so sore. But like I said, I felt fine. So I have the cardio capacity. I just didn't have the physical running conditioning.
And I even got out and ran 1.5 miles just on my own free will.
Friday.
Earlier this week.
Yeah.
Got out and just ran.
Inspired.
It was Thursday. I went out and ran a mile and a half nonstop. So it's just it was pretty cool. I felt good.
Get back into it.
I might do some more. If I do, though, I need to get some new shoes because my old running shoes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But so on the course, we had a little bit of fun. Well, I did with the players. I'm going to keep some of this because I don't want to give any bulletin board material that can be used later. But as I was running by the players, I would start chanting "Iowa sucks." So I'd run by the groups.
Mature.
No, it was mature.
Did anybody join you?
I had some,
I'm sure.
A couple of them.
What was really funny is we ran by the basketball team was at the water station, and as I ran by them, I stopped and I was like, "Where's Price at?" So transfer
Sanford,
from Iowa,
yeah.
So here he's raised his hand. I was like, "Hey, I need to get a picture with you so I could send this to my Iowa friends." So I took a picture with Price, both Waukee alums,
which that is really cool. I think that alone deserved a picture. You guys graduated from the same high school.
1996 for me, 2023 for Price.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
2 Waukee alums.
Yep.
So then I texted a picture to my buddies. So thanks for the player. So it was pretty funny. And then as I was running back to the water station, I started the Iowa sucks again. And I don't know what player said this. This is really funny. He was like, "That's right, Price?" It was really funny. I don't even know if Price heard me.
It was
but
all in good fun.
Yeah, Price is taking that pretty well. He's already had a few interviews where they asked him about it.
Well,
they asked him about the double dribble as well. Then when we played him, he's like, "Oh yeah, definitely, double dribble."
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then Ben took his picture with Sam Hoiberg, so he wanted to get a picture. But this year's a little different because Ben, he's going to be classmates with these guys now, like next year. So I didn't have the angle of, can you take a picture with my son, right? Like we didn't wait in line for any pictures.
And
we were kind of
you guys have pictures with quite a few
Yeah.
of the players that were already out there. I did snap a picture of Ben with Lil Red. He wanted to get a picture with Lil Red, so that was.
And then he
funny.
took a picture with Camden Cook, who's Sam Cook's son. Ben's a big Ravens fan, so that was pretty cool. But I was a little, well, not a little, but I was way less fangirlish this time. Like, and then later in the week, Jake Sorensen was talking about how he would like to go to the Dolphins training camp, and Simple's like, "Oh, would you get your pictures taken with the players?" He's like, "Absolutely not," like, because he's a grown man, right? He doesn't need to. So then I'm like, I'm kind of glad I laid low on that. I wasn't getting in line waiting for
honestly,
pictures.
Though, I say this every time, like, I think that's a part of the cool thing about playing for Nebraska. Like, you are kind of a celebrity. So I think it is part of our jobs as fans to kind of help lift up those players. And,
Yeah, you just get
it's more wholesome
get
than
the kids out there.
Just not your full-time job.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Just make it part-time.
No.
But it was pretty cool. Well, we had fun. Always have fun. It was nice being in the stadium. Just
the new field is
looking
so
around.
cool. The end zone is awesome.
The red end zones.
Is it pretty drastically different on the ice when you're there in person? Because you see all the overhead photos and you just see the red end zones and they cleaned up the trim a little bit. But
the sidelines are black, which I think I couldn't remember if both sidelines were black or just the visitors, to make it extra hot on the visitor side.
I know. I think that's new for the visitor side, especially.
Yeah,
because we get the shade. There's that whole ordeal. Now we're gonna. That's probably one of the most quiet things about that is how we put black grass underneath, black turf underneath where the away team has to sit.
Yeah,
that's gonna be boiling when we get to those hot days in August.
Yeah, so it was pretty. We had fun, obviously. This Saturday, I'm going to the practice on Saturday night. So next Sunday, I'll maybe have some reporting to do on what I saw. We went to it last year, and I really didn't know what I was watching 90% of the time. They're doing all these drills. The coolest part last year was John and Cortland said, and I believe Jake. John, you don't think Jake, if he goes to the Dolphins training camp, he'd be down there wanting to meet Tyreek Hill and all those guys? He probably would.
I think he would try to get one picture.
That's cool.
At least one.
Yeah.
Take Jeff with you.
Better taking pictures with grown adults when you're a grown adult versus taking pictures with people that I could be their dad.
Yes.
Which literally is a little bit different. But
is that last year? Was that the one you got your picture taken with Roll?
Yeah. Which I won't do that again. I think after thinking about it, I was like, that was kind of cheesy.
Well, you got the one now.
You had to do it though.
Grown man waiting in line with a bunch of kids. So, but I got it done.
You would still be talking about how you wish you would have done it if you hadn't done it. So it's better to do it and regret it than not do it and regret it.
Well, we'll get a little more, formal meeting with Coach Rule when he comes in here one Sunday after we beat Akron or something. Maybe he'll come in and we can recap the game.
Sure.
Yeah, so always an open invitation, right?
9 to 11 Sundays.
Yep, 9 to 11. Anytime you can come in, we'll chit chat and have some fun with you. So again, always open invitation. What was I talking? Where was I going? I was going somewhere.
You want to mix in some Bears talk?
Oh yeah, okay.
So Bears hat on.
Okay, so I got a little fired up this week. So Sean Erickson, I don't know if he's listening, but he's a big Denver fan, right? Denver Broncos fan, and out there, one of the sponsors of our show, Modern Woodman.
Not the Broncos.
Not the Broncos. That'd be cool. So we were just talking Caleb Williams, and so when I'm at the Yankee Ridge, Jay and Sean, he's a Chiefs fan, and Sean's a Broncos fan. So we're just talking, sports all the time. And I asked, he's talking about Bo Nix. I was like, because I'm getting so irritated with all these people talking about Caleb Williams and is he a bust? And he's if you look at his statistics last year, which I actually have a couple other quarterbacks that we can compare to. Okay. So I just doing a little research. So let's see, where is it? Oh, okay. Let me pull up. Okay. So quarterback number 1, ready? I'm not going to tell names. Here's QB1.
So could this be Caleb Williams?
Yeah, one of these is Caleb Williams. Okay. One of them's not. Okay, so 63% completion percentage, 389 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 picks. That's QB1. QB2, 62.4%, 3,541 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks. Now, Harrison, you know which one is Caleb because we have his stats memorized. QB1, Jordan Love. $50 million quarterback. QB2, Caleb Williams. Pretty similar stats. Jordan Love is in his 5th year in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams, the little baby. Jordan Love has one of the best.
How many times does he start? He hasn't been starting for 5 years.
His second full. He started 2 full seasons.
Okay, that's very misleading.
But
to say it's his 5th year.
You're sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. You would hope he plugs in.
Right.
Yeah, the
3
worst
years.
version of Aaron Rodgers.
That is true. I'll give you that.
3 years tutelage under Aaron Rodgers. He has one of the best offensive minds in NFL in Matt LaFleur, right? Just a great system. And then you look at our guy, rookie, 3 offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches.
That is rough.
I mean, and he's just getting ridiculed for it's just stupid. Here's another quarterback. 63% completion, 3,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks. That quarterback, CJ Stroud.
That was Stroud last year?
That was
12 picks?
Stroud. Oh, he was an MVP, right? His rookie season. So it's stupid. And he was behind one of the worst offensive lines. And now on top of that, yeah, we went 5-11. But like I've always said, was it Caleb's fault that our field goal was blocked against the Packers? No, he got us in position to win. They blocked the field goal.
Or did we call timeout in the Thanksgiving Lions game?
Right. We're almost in position to tie it. The other one was
Tyreek Stevenson celebrating at the end of a Hail Mary.
Right. He let us down. Game go ahead touchdown with 25 seconds left. Inept coaching cost us the game there. That's not his fault.
Well, that's only 3 games. There's more. I mean, that entire season was like at the end. Caleb Williams did a lot of like those game-ending drives.
Right.
Where he put the team in position, like go win the game. But either the coaches were doing a terrible job managing the clock, which Williams should be somewhat in control of. But as a rookie, you think the coach would really help out there. Again, that Thanksgiving game is still one of the most ridiculous finishes I think I've ever seen in the NFL. But he had really good drives. Like at the end of a lot of those games where he was putting the team, at least giving them a shot to go win it. The one, ironically, where he didn't really do a whole lot was Titans early in the year, where Will Levis just gave us the game. And that one, Williams didn't have a whole lot to do with helping us win. But after that, he was solid all year long. Six picks rookie year with that offensive line is incredible.
Well, and was he perfect? Absolutely not. Was he holding on to the ball longer than he should have? Absolutely. But a lot of those times, you drop back, you do a play action, and the guys are just in your face right away. So I'm excited about it.
Well, they weren't even doing play action. It was all just, in shotgun.
I know.
And then any sort of play action, the linebackers are just sitting there staring at it. They weren't fooling anybody. And that's why I like Ben Johnson. He's super heavy under center play action. And that's why you saw that with Gibbs.
Yeah. And so
the tandem they had at running back.
Well, what got me upset with Sean was I was like, so you think if if Caleb Williams was the quarterback of Denver last year, they would have been worse? He's like, oh, yeah. Like, just automatically says Bo Nix is better than, and I'm like, Bo Nix's coach was Sean Payton. If Sean Payton was the coach of the Bears last year, Caleb would have been better. Like, they would have been more competent. But people just forget that they had 3 offensive coordinators. And when he started to get good, like there was a stretch where he was playing really well, then the head coach gets fired. So then his offensive coordinator, which wasn't the original offensive coordinator, got him playing well. Then that guy who I'd never heard of before, now he's the head coach, and he gets his 3rd offensive coordinator. I mean, who can handle that? That's ridiculous. So I get so irritated. I read all these things and I'm watching NFL Live and they're just, the show with Get Up and Greenberg and all those guys are on there. Just, Caleb Williams.
Who was it? Orlovsky just said it's going to take 5 years for Caleb Williams to develop under Ben Johnson's system. I was like, 5 years?
Yeah, I saw that this morning or yesterday and I was like, this is just ridiculous. Like, can we just, and even the great Pete Ferguson, he's out there listening, sends me a text message of Caleb Williams throwing an interception, which it turned out, Pete, that was the clip from last year's training camp, not this year. And I replied back to Pete and I was like, I don't care about any pass Caleb Williams throws until Monday night against the Vikings. Then I care because it's preseason.
So is Ben Johnson's difficult? What did you say? What
offense?
Yeah, like, is it difficult to learn? It's going
if you're in
take
NFL,
5 years to learn it.
I think that's just crazy take from.
But even if it isn't Caleb Williams the best person because he's new still?
He's got. The all best these person, QBs in the NFL today, they got just a ton of knowledge on it. I think Caleb Williams would be fine.
Yeah, and it's offense. Like probably better for him because he's still new and like hopefully more open-minded to something new. Where, like, think about Aaron Rodgers. He's still trying to insert his opinion in things. He's not probably as coachable as Caleb Williams is.
Definitely not as coachable.
Right.
So that'll be interesting.
So that'll be hopefully a good fit. I guess we'll see.
Was he under center ever a whole lot at USC?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's probably the hardest thing. And
yeah,
again, this is me coaching from the couch. I couldn't tell you what it's like.
I mean, we are definitely
at the NFL level.
We're definitely expert offensive coordinators, right?
I'm sure that's the only thing that just probably takes some time. If you're in the Ben Johnson offense, you're going to be under center a lot more. And then just make sure that connection with your center is good so you're not fumbling it like we saw in the Jeff Sims era here at Nebraska.
Here we got a text from Bruce.
He messaged me
on
and
the Starter Heyman text line.
He messaged me, tell Jeff.
He says,
I said, okay, keyboard warrior, text it in.
Once upon a time, they believed Titanic was unsinkable. Vader believed the Death Star couldn't be destroyed. You believe the Bears are going to be amazing now with Caleb. Might be just a coincidence or not.
Honestly,
the last time I checked, Caleb won at Lambeau Field last year. And he split with the Packers.
I think that all of those are to your point. Like everyone thought the Titanic was unsinkable is more like people thinking the Bears can't be good.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I see it the other way around. Those things.
Because the Bears have never had a 4,000 yard passer.
From a Packers
right?
fan.
Yeah. And so, I remember last year too, it was like when we beat the Packers, everyone's like, oh, well, they didn't have love. And I'm like, well, remember when you guys just loved Willis and he was winning all those games for you as well? Like, it didn't really matter. You guys were super high.
Yeah. And the last time I checked, nobody's saying that when Aaron Rodgers won his only Super Bowl that he beat Caleb Haney in the NFC Championship game. You still took the championship. No apologies, right? So why should I apologize that Jordan Love was out? Because I'm not going to. A win's a win. And we should have been 2-0 against the Packers last year, not just 1-1.
Yeah, blocked field goal.
That's right. That's right.
That Caleb Williams, once again, had a game-winning drive to put us in position to win it, and then it wasn't on him that we lost the game.
That's right.
I think he gets too much heat.
He gets a lot of heat.
Yeah. For things that he doesn't have control over.
And Jaden Daniels having a great year, kind of fuels the fire a little bit.
The Hail Mary was the stake in the heart. That made a lot of Commanders fans, and it made a lot of people just have fun hating on the Bears. Because you get to certain teams like where it's like the Cowboys. You're almost kind of rooting for their downfall at times just because you feel like their fan base is too much. I don't know why the Bears fan base gets that.
To Pete Ferguson. He's the exception.
Yeah, I can't even blame him because I bring up Bears every day on air, and he does the same thing with the Cowboys. But yeah, I couldn't tell you. Bears fan base found themselves.
It's not even like hate. It's not even like people love to hate the Bears. They just love to pity them or something.
I think people need to feel sorry for me.
I think that's
really
they were. So many people were feeling sorry for you last season. Like, how's Jeff?
Well, you just think, Harrison.
It just kept getting worse.
had they not, if the Commanders did not make that Hail Mary, the Bears were going to 5-2. And it's just how it goes. And then the coaching wheels fell off, and that's just how it goes. But I remember, Caleb played great that game. We had a drive before the game-winning drive where 4th down and goal from the 1, and they're like, oh, what's your best play? Well, our best play is giving it to a lineman to try to run in for a touchdown. That's our best play.
Fumbles it.
Yeah, that's our best play. Yeah, great. See, that's the kind of coaching ineptitude that we were dealing with last year.
I know we pay Swift all this money, but you know what? I'm gonna. Was it our backup center?
It was a backup lineman. That was yes.
I think it was backup center. I can't remember. It was the most bizarre move I've ever seen. And maybe that's what we needed to get rid of our coaches.
I guess.
Like to get an obvious sign of like, okay, I don't know what we're even trying to do here.
Well, our first, the schedule's tough. They probably play one of the toughest road schedules in the history of the NFL, which you may never see again, but that's okay.
That's your
We're ready.
excuse built in.
Yep, I'm already got it in there. No, I'm just excited to see what happens. Like opening night against JJ McCarthy. Come on, at home, you got to win that game, right? You have to.
That's a big one because JJ McCarthy is gonna. All these quarterbacks really good coming up right now. I'm not gonna lie. Between Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, I know people don't like Caleb Williams, but I think he's gonna be a pretty good quarterback as well. We just went through it: 20 touchdowns, 6 picks.
Yep.
And then we still got to see Michael Penix Jr. There's a lot of good young quarterbacks right now that are coming up, and we'll see what.
And we got all these QBs in college that are going to be coming out in the next couple of years.
Yeah, Manning will be here pretty soon.
Raiola.
There you go.
Hey, I saw a 2027 mock draft that had Dylan going 2nd overall.
If he has some good years, I can definitely see him.
Absolutely.
It just depends how long he wants to stay here at Nebraska.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to go to break. We are at that time, so stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Yeah, I don't want to hate on Joe Burrow. He's clearly in this tier. I think he's the bottom of this tier. I would go Allen Jackson and then Burrow.
You should be a politician. You just convinced.
You know what I'm saying? You see what he did?
Yeah, he didn't have
He's doing all the time, Stricky, man.
Keep going, Jay.
No,
You're speaking my language.
Stop.
You're speaking my language. Come on.
You didn't let him get you, Jay. I can't believe you let him get you again. God,
Every weekday from 3 to 5 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwissow.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently. Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through July 27th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA choice boneless ribeye steaks for $9.99 each. All natural thick-cut bone and pork chops for $1.69 per pound. All variety of pork sausages, $2.99 per pound. And check out the meat bundle, 50 items for $50. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn. We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. So today's topic is going to be about our week 3 theme of integrity. So we're going to get to that in just a second. But I first, since I have a nice opportunity on the airwaves, I want to talk about the passing of Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Who I know now he's very controversial, but
Yes.
I want to go back to my childhood.
Right.
Because
I think the thing that is the people who are posting and have feelings about the passing of Hulk Hogan, it's their childhood, the childhood version. Like,
oh, absolutely.
We live in a world now where we have so much access to famous people that we never had before.
Right.
That
right.
shouldn't like change your memory of what that meant to you at the time. It's not like we're putting him on a pedestal by any means, but people don't get away with stuff like they used to.
It's just great memories with me and, my dad, who's been gone for 10 years. Like, we watched wrestling when I was growing up. We never watched wrestling with our kids just because I thought it got kind of off the rails a little bit.
Dominating pay-per-view on Monday when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And then it just fall off in terms of like popularity. Before though, that was the thing to watch.
Well, and I think too, back then there was like 4 pay-per-views a year, right? You had WrestleMania, you had Survivor Series, which is pretty cool. You had SummerSlam. I mean, so it was like a build-up for 6 months, right? I remember as a kid. So before, like now, you can just go onto your YouTube or DirecTV or whatever and just order your pay-per-view. Well, back the first WrestleMania that I remember was WrestleMania 2, which we went to Vets Auditorium, which is kind of like PBA in Des Moines, and we watched it on closed circuit on big screens. So like I just remember we had little folding chairs, and I was in 2nd grade, and I just remember watching Hulk Hogan wrestle King Kong Bundy in Vets Auditorium. It was just now, if you think now, like, gosh, that would be, can you imagine people going to PBA to watch a pay-per-view event? Like, that kind of seems archaic, right?
It's crazy though, because it wasn't that long ago at all.
Yeah. And
I remember even watching movies like that. You had to pay for it on TV, on
right.
the cable channel.
Right.
They had like the movies.
Well, back in our day, you had to go down to the cable company and rent a box.
A little.
We've talked about this before.
Or a little adapter.
Yeah.
Crazier.
Yeah.
Like most I had to do was to go to the movie rental place and just rent out a movie.
Yeah. You had to buy a special box of like a receiver.
Yeah.
And then you had to return it.
You had to go down. I remember it was just there on Ingersoll in Des Moines.
I had to return them a couple times.
How big were the receivers?
Well, could, if you had cable already, you got this adapter that you plug in your cable.
Okay.
So then you could get it. Like, but for WrestleMania 3, which was the Hogan Andre the Giant one, and
kind of like a router, a computer router.
And
they weren't that big.
I kind of like being naive, right? Like, so as a kid, when I'm in 3rd grade, I thought that when Hogan wrestled Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3, it was the first time they'd ever wrestled in the history of their lives, right? As a kid. So I'm like, the buildup was like, oh my God, they've never wrestled. This is the first time in the history of wrestling. But now as I've gotten older and I've watched like documentaries, like they used to wrestle every night at city after city after city. And it was just like, but I was so naive as a kid that I had no idea. So it was like this epic battle, right? And even in 3rd grade, we went to the Civic Center, which would be like the Lead Center. And they did closed circuit television also. So that's where we watched WrestleMania 3. But then after that, that's when we could start getting the adapters. So then we watched them at home and stuff like that. But it was just, I just remember that so vividly, just going to the Civic Center with my big brother who's passed away also.
Yeah.
Just watching that. I mean, it was so cool. And Nicole and I we started watching when we got together. That was the whole NWO with Hulk Hogan, and
when he turned bad.
Yeah, right when we started dating. So, in fact, she thinks this is kind of stupid, but like I remember the very first time we met because of
like not dating, like just met each other for the very.
We
first
met
time.
at a skating rink because it was the same night as WCW Hog Wild in 1996. So if I forget the date, I could just look up WCW Hog Wild 1996, and it'll come up like August 10th, 1996. So now I know that that's the first time we ever met. Coming up on 29 years because I skipped watching that to go to the skating rink. So I know it's just kind of weird.
I was just listening. My parents' anniversary was coming up, and my brother Everett, shouted out, and they're like, "Oh, good on you for remembering that." I can't remember which Husker game, but he has a Husker game for reference. He asks most guys like,
That's
why do you remember
Jeff's
that?
References,
It's usually not a sweet answer that you're hoping for.
Yeah,
Texas or Nebraska lost to Texas in the Big 12 championship.
That was our first date.
First date.
December 7th, 1996.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's how
we do have a
remembers
couple
that.
texts here. Bill and Bennett, who do you think entertained more people during their lifetime, Ozzy Osbourne or Hulk Hogan?
Oh, that's a really tough question.
I think Hulk Hogan, because I think that his fandom spanned many, many, many generations. If you think about it, you were in second grade and your brother was there and your dad was there. Like, I think Hulk Hogan. But I understand that maybe the pool was, but I don't know. In the
Dark
80s,
Prince, though, Crazy
I know,
Train. Like,
but Hulk Hogan in the 80s, I mean,
but Ozzy was around singing for 50 years.
I know.
You
That's
know,
a great
so that
question.
spans way. I mean, even
it could be debated.
Well, there's
either
kids
way.
today, it's 2025, and there's kids today that love Crazy Train.
Yeah.
And he's got, that's the only one I always remember,
and
but he's
here-
got a huge.
And I'll tell you,
track.
some of the kids know Crazy Train from Megamind. You seen the movie Megamind?
A lot of kids know it from that. Yeah.
Yeah, even when we listen to that in the gym, and I'm like, Crazy Train, sir. Like I say that because it's from the
part
movie
of the
Megamind.
movie.
It's so, I mean, if we're going to be like, 200 years forward, there's going to be AI cyborgs everywhere, and we're still going to be listening to some of
know.
Ozzy's music. Like, it's hard.
a great question.
Then
Bill.
Hulk Hogan is, I wish I could play it in the copyright, but American Man, like his walkout, his got so many
I
iconic
think
moments
that
too.
Ozzy Osbourne's like legacy will last longer for sure.
Yeah, well, because
So,
you got music
Going
It's-
forward,
yeah.
It's
I
always
think
going to be there.
The test of time, it will be Ozzy Osbourne.
Crowbait texted in just said it's funny when people pass how other people are quick to shame them, whether they deserve it or not, but they will rarely mention the lives they changed for the good. I know that's just kind of how social media is. Like
Unfortunately.
you see people like,
Multiple things can be true at the same time.
yeah, I think it's just kind of like your age too, a little bit. Like Nicole, we were talking about how it's my childhood, but just like, man, I just gives me goosebumps thinking about WrestleMania 3. And at that time too, you're naive and you're like, you didn't know it's scripted. But I'll tell you what,
But it's cool now watching that stuff. We watch those documentaries about those times. I
yeah.
enjoy that almost as much as when we watched wrestling.
and we went to live events.
Yeah. Well,
Nicole
the
and I have gone
stunts are
to,
still insane. So, like, if you know what it is today, it's like you're still watching dudes jump, off two-story high ladder, like onto a table.
Yeah, they're
It's
still
get
like
out.
elite athletes
And
for
they are
sure.
Still
I'll-
getting brutally hurt sometimes.
I'll
Like,
tell you,
putting it out there.
That's why none of them live to be in their 70s. The way Hulk Hogan being 71, that's kind of
I was at a WCW Monday Nitro in Des Moines, and I was in the second row. So I was on TV the whole time. In fact, I have a picture of me as an 18-year-old. You can see, it's me. I'll show it to you later.
The funniest part is the reason he knows he's on the TV the whole time is because he went to it, but he also recorded it on VHS. And then I had to rewatch it, and he was standing up by the television. Every time he'd be like, "There's me."
I was on there the whole
There's
time.
me.
That was a big deal back then because now it's easy to get your face up, seen
There's
by
me.
hundreds of thousands.
Every week we're on the radio like forever. So on
But
YouTube.
I did see Hulk Hogan wrestled the Big Show that night, so I saw
That's
that.
a big one.
But like we're talking about how people are like, oh, it's fake and fake. Well, there was a wrestler, the Taskmaster, Kevin Sullivan, hit somebody with a chair literally 5 feet in front of me.
They took the chair very close to you.
They
right?
just reached right by me. He grabbed the chair and just wham. And I
A
was
chair
like,
that was inexplicably empty
Empty
the
at the time.
entire tired time until it was swiped.
oh, but it was just he just hit him with that chair so hard. I'm like, that's incredible.
That's
So
what was crazy.
That wasn't fake. They really did.
but anyway,
If you think about wrestlers too, like Mankind, just
oh yeah.
those were real tacks.
I know.
Like he put himself through. He had real missing teeth.
And I don't know if it's like this today, but Nicole and I went to this place for WrestleMania, Billy Joe's Picture Show in Des Moines, which we watched it on big screens with other people, and they
had like
in there,
food and stuff,
they were acting like it's the Super Bowl,
cheering,
Just-
and
I mean, it was
like you're live.
Your Paul
There.
Bear, your
was
hero.
crazy.
Yeah.
But it was like The Rock versus Stone Cold, so it was pretty good WrestleMania. But I think we were kind of after that we were just kind of petered out of it.
Yeah.
And didn't really watch
Well,
it.
then we started having kids and stuff, and like you just don't have that time.
Kind of depends if the kids get super into it, then like you're kind of relive it all over again as a parent.
Yeah, that wasn't something that we kind of did.
Haas
with them.
is Haas to Breeze. We'll have the Breeze later, and I'm
Mhm.
sure those kids will talk about Hulk, but like that's Haas. His kids love it.
Yeah.
And so Haas is just kind of reliving it all through again with them. And it's like you show up and like those little kids, they see, whoever it is, Stone Cold Steve Austin pull a chair from underneath the ring. Like the kids are like, oh my Lord, this is crazy.
And I took Ben and I did go to a Monday Night Raw in Des Moines.
Oh,
once.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
I went with Paul and Casey.
Oh, vaguely. I never would have remembered that.
We were waiting for the big boss man to come out, but he never showed. So it was just guys
they're good with that
guys
marketing
I'd never
too.
heard, well, Ric Flair's daughter was there. So, but we Nicole and I, we went to several live, like Sting was their favorite wrestler.
Sting was my favorite.
And
That's
we'd go up to the railing where they'd walk out, and I just elbow the little kids, like, get out of my way,
It's a
right?
theme. It's
Get
a theme.
My hand out. So we slapped Sting's hand as he walked by. So, we got a lot of good memories when it comes to wrestling.
Mhm.
So, but then we just kind of stopped going. And
Where were they going all the time? Is that up in Iowa?
yeah, it was in
Mm-hmm.
Des Moines, like at Vets Auditorium.
That's crazy. I didn't think you guys were going to that many wrestling events.
Yeah, we did.
Mhm.
We've gone, and I just remember going too with my dad, like at a really young age. Like I think I saw Andre the Giant. God, I would have been maybe 5 or 6.
I guess that's kind of the golden era, though. Like you were growing
was.
up when
Yeah.
those names were
Early
huge.
80s.
Yeah.
They were
Mhm.
just starting to like cultivate the entertainment part of like the sensationalism.
And I had the wrestling ring. I had the characters.
figures.
I'd make my own WrestleMania card, right? Like here we go, and I just did.
Was there a signature
Here we
move
go.
around your high school that everyone was doing?
Well, like you have like the figure 4.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
put people in, or like the Iron Sheik had like the camel clutch, or the Boston Crab. You roll them over.
At the Boston Crab, I'm not
Oh,
familiar
but
with.
we'd get on. You get your buddies, and you
I
jump
feel
off
like
the couch.
you've done that to me before back in the day.
Put you in the Boston Crab.
Yes. I think you have.
Or you jump off the couch with the elbow, the Macho Man elbow.
Yeah. See, ours were unfortunately like the finishers that were super popular when I was growing up weren't great. You had the Tombstone, the Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
Not a
Tombstone.
great,
No,
not
maybe we
great
don't be
for
doing that
teachers
one.
to see a bunch of elementary kids putting kids in that position on
No.
the grass.
No.
And then the RKO out of nowhere. That was just where people are coming up behind you and then just
Yeah.
grab them by the neck and then just drop it. You fall backward. Like there's some of the
Oh my
best
gosh.
finishers, but I can see why teachers will get a little bit nervous when you see kids just running at
100%.
each other, taking them down by the neck.
Yes. 100%.
Oh, I know it was fun. It was fun. There was one time when we went out to eat at Perkins
Oh my
after
gosh.
an event,
I should tell this story,
And-
honestly.
the tag team Demolition was there. They came in to eat, and it was my buddy Matt and I and Nicole were at Perkins, and they all went to sit down. And
Let
she
me
would,
tell the
okay,
rest
go
of the
ahead.
story. Because Jeff and Matt were just like, oh, we're going to go say something. I'm like, no, we're not. Don't go over there. Like, they just came here because they would just want to eat after they just got done wrestling. Like, we saw them. And I went to the bathroom and I come back and where's Jeff and Matt?
We're right over there, third booth.
I mean, immediately. I couldn't even take my eyes off those two for 2 seconds. And you guys were probably what, like 20? Matt was
Probably 18 and 19.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were right over there.
That's the age though where you have no
Immediately.
fear and you're gonna go do what you want.
so
Just going right up
embarrassing.
to axe and smash and crush.
Was it pretty cool?
Oh yeah, it was cool. It was pretty cool. What Crowbait said, my little brother and I love wrestling till the night they had Mae Young or Moolah at like 80 give birth. Rubber band. I know it did
Right.
get kind of strange for us. I think Crowbait
It
when
became very soap opera-ish.
yes, it did.
like very far-fetched and too much. Yeah.
I think the time when we stopped was when Triple H married Vince McMahon's daughter.
Yeah.
And we're just like, all right, this is just, we've kind of had enough.
Yeah.
And then that was when we were done.
Yeah.
I think that's like most. I mean, that's what it is, though. It's
You
drama.
kind of age out
And
of
that's what
it
happens
too.
with all dramas. Is like the first 3 seasons are great, but then it's like the show's got to go on.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of
That's
coming
true.
on the way back again. It feels like.
I
now
think
that
it has
they're-
kind of gotten back to its roots a little
Because
bit.
you got some sons like, you know, Cody Rhodes is Dusty Rhodes' son. So then you have some of that nostalgia stuff. But Crowbait talks about the Moolah. Like, if you think back to the women wrestlers back in the 80s when I was a kid, it was like, yeah, the fabulous Moolah. Like,
Yep.
she's like 70 out there wrestling.
I forgot about
And
that.
then now it's like, now obviously it's not. They're more
They got Rhea
Sexualized.
Ripley.
Yes,
Yeah, gets
you're-
like really Rhea Ripley. You go see her and you're like, yeah, she could absolutely pin me if she
Right.
needed
Yes.
to. Like she's
Right.
yoked. She looks like a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
If she was out there today, you'd be like, no, we got to have something else. But it was just kind of funny. It was kind of like teachers. Like back when I was in elementary school, all my teachers were like in their 70s.
It just took a while.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
UFC had this problem too of like, we're not gonna have women fighters. That's just idiotic. And then they lean into it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, people are
Mhm.
this is good money. People like this stuff. And it's
Right.
the same thing with WWE. I'm sure at one point in
I
time,
think
it's
so.
like people want to see the men.
It was a novelty at first.
Yeah,
and
and then it's like,
still kind of
you
is. But
invest in it. You figure out like there is a market for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get into our topic. Do a real recap of the first 2 weeks and then kind of preview what we're coming up for week 3. So stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
and electrical.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Yo, happy National Chicken Finger Day, homies. Get you a free chicken finger with your Raising Cane's box combo on $7.27, you heard?
Thanks, now.
Make it a perfect combo with a copy of my latest album, Is It a Crime? Streaming now.
Get one free chicken finger in each box combo. Purchase July 27, 2025.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, Call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. We just got a short segment here. So coming up here at the top of the hour, we're going to get into our week 3 theme, which is integrity. But we wanted to recap with you guys the first 2 weeks. So if you missed the first 2 weeks, you're like, wow, kind of want to go back and listen. You can check us out on the ticketfm.com's webpage, any of your favorite podcasting platforms. Harrison usually breaks up the podcast to where our jibber jabbers first, and then the main subject is one separate one. So you don't have to listen to us chit chat if you just want to get right into the themes.
You'll notice it's an hour 1 and hour 2. Sometimes hour 1's just all before we get to the fitness. So if you're looking for the advice, hour 2. If you're looking for idle chit chat and a lot of bears,
fun stuff.
Husker Road Race, local stuff just went on. That's hour 1 usually.
Yeah.
So week 1, we talked about setting goals and your personal why, like why you started.
Yep.
Week 2 is about building discipline. That was the episode we recorded. So we kind of had an epiphany during that episode of growing up. Discipline was a bad thing, right, Harrison? Oh, you didn't want your parents to discipline you.
Oh,
right?
in that sense, like if you're being disciplined.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah.
Yes.
We
So
kind of had that like, whoa, you're right. That's maybe why discipline can be
because discipline in my house was you're getting the belt, right? So now when you get older, trying to be disciplined, it has a totally different meaning. So it was just some psychological things there. But yeah, it was about discipline, showing up even when it's hard. And now week 3 is about integrity. So the thing about week 3, and hopefully even if you guys aren't doing ferals, you kind of joined in with us on this 10-week journey that we're taking you through by going through all these themes. And first 2 weeks, pretty easy. Like, oh, I can eat healthy. Yeah, I'm going to start walking. whatever you're doing for your exercise, hitting up the gym, lifting weights. But after 2 weeks, that's when the newness wears off.
Yep, for everything.
For everything.
I think that it's a good tool to use for reflection too, of like why or when your kind of commitment or motivation drops off. I think week 3 is one. So a different Farrell's owner, Kathy Caldwell, had just shared the other day that she was tracking her food again. And so she's tracking her food on MyFitnessPal, and she had a 5-day streak and of logging her food for 5 days. Like MyFitnessPal was like 5-day streak. Yeah. Great job. She was in the top 29% of users for having a 5-day streak on MyFitnessPal.
That's not very long.
Right. That's not 3 weeks. Like that's 5 days. You're in the top 29%. I thought that was interesting. Like the psychology of being super motivated to do something, but how quickly that motivation goes away. And then you have to rely on other things like the stuff we're going to be talking about, your goals, discipline, integrity. Yep. So that's why it can apply to multiple things.
To really anything. Yeah. Even starting a new job, right? You're 2 weeks. Like,
I think integrity is one that you're just like, integrity, what does that have to do with my health and fitness? Well, we'll talk about
we're
that
going
in
to
the
talk
next
about
hour,
that.
but
yeah, we're going to talk about in the next hour.
It
So
does.
It's all kind of goes together. So again, been taking you on not just hopefully our 10-week challengers are listening, or they will listen at some point. But even if you're not joining us at Farrell's, going through a 10-week journey of your own, just trying to be healthier people. You know, we're not trying to be in fitness competitions, and we're just trying to be the healthiest version of ourselves and the strongest versions of ourselves. So that's something we talk about a lot in our gym, is we're not trying to be the lightest, smallest version, because sometimes the smallest version can be an unhealthy version. So we want you to be the strongest version of yourself and the healthiest version of yourself. So coming up here at the top of the hour, we will get into integrity. So we appreciate if you want to, chime in, shoot us a text on the Sartor Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have along the way. So we're going to throw it to break, and we will be back here at the top of the hour to get into integrity.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage, 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Get the baler you need without breaking the bank at Landmark Implement. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% fixed for 36 months or stretch it out with a 2.9% fixed rate for 60 months on used John Deere 560M and R-Series round balers. Reliable, field-ready, and priced to move. Don't miss your chance to lock in serious savings before the next cutting rolls around. Visit your local Landmark Implement or head to landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins.
And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Subject to financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. It is hour number 2. We're going to be talking all about integrity and how it applies to your fitness journey. But first, top of hour 2. Hour 2 is sponsored by Modern Woodmen of America. Founded in 1883, Modern Woodmen offers financial services and member benefits to individuals and families throughout the U.S. For more information, call Sean Erickson at 402-483-6515. Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures. So thank you to them for being sponsor of hour 2 of the Fitness Fanatics. We appreciate their support for the show. All right, on to our theme of the week. It is all about integrity. So Nicole, where do we want to go first here?
Well, I looked up, the classic tip of looking up the definition of integrity, because I think that most people think of integrity and you think of honesty, which is an important part of your fitness and health and fitness journey, because you have to be honest with yourself. You do have to have integrity of staying committed to what you said you were going to do. But when you look up the definition of integrity, and that's the first one, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. But then, just like we were talking about discipline last week, another part of integrity is the state of being whole and undivided, upholding territorial integrity or whatever. The strength of something is the integrity, the integrity of a building.
Okay.
It tells you if it how well it can withstand whatever. So integrity can also be this, a strength, a part of being strength, or the condition of being unified, unimpaired, or sound in construction.
That makes sense. Yeah, I've heard that before, right? The integrity is there of a building. I've heard that.
Yeah. So I think that's an interesting way of kind of framing integrity too. Do you have the strength, the internal integrity to stick with what you're doing when, like we said, the newness wears off. It's not as novel anymore. You're getting sore and you're like, ugh, I have to do this again.
Mm-hmm.
I have to eat this meal again, especially in the first 3 weeks, because I think about like the first 3 weeks is kind of like when you have a baby for the first time and you have a newborn, and like the first
That's what I say about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
You go 5 weeks because you're go ahead. I don't want to overtake, but I tell people
I
this
know
all
what
the
you're
time.
saying. Yeah, I know you know what I'm saying. It's like you have to put in so much work at the front end of a newborn,
and you get nothing out of it.
Right. You get nothing out of it until you get that first smile, or and you're just so thankful for that, and it's so exciting. But then it's like more work again, and sleepless nights and up all the time. I think about Katie, our daughter, when she would lose her binky in the middle of the night, and we'd have to go and crawl around and find it and put it back in her mouth so she'd go back to sleep. It's just so much work until they can start talking and their personalities emerge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that. Like you said, week 5 even, but like week 3, you're still fully in that initial kind of newborn stage of the process where it's all work and you don't feel like you're getting anything out of it yet.
Well, and 2, you're also looking at your results so far. So a couple things may have happened in the first couple weeks, no matter what you're doing. If you're a guy and you just start eating healthy, you probably lost a few pounds week 1. Now you get on the scale, you're like, wow, I've lost 5 pounds. Because typically what happens is, I'm sure everybody can relate to this. If you were going to make that decision to do this 10-week journey with us, you're like, okay, it's going to start Monday morning. What are we going to eat for dinner? We're going out. I'm going to just slam it. I'm just going to eat ice cream. And then so you get up Monday morning.
Supper.
Yep. You weigh yourself and you're like, oh, this is miserable. And then over the first week, you're basically losing everything that you just ate.
Right. You're weighing yourself that first Monday after you just totally went like it was your last meal, and you have all the food volume in your body still. You have the water weight and you haven't been exercising. So yeah, it's really easy to lose 5 pounds in the first week of starting a new program, especially if you were eating like that last weekend.
Right.
Like it was just the end of the world.
Right. Then you get into the second week and now nothing's happening.
Which is also why we recommend that our members don't weigh themselves.
But they do.
Especially right at the beginning before
But they do.
You need to trend. You need some trends first.
They do, though.
Not always. Christian told me he hasn't weighed himself. One of our 10-weekers. He's been
in
hitting his macros. He said he hasn't weighed himself. He's wanted to. He's been tempted, but he hasn't done it. So hopefully he's still staying strong. That was just a Friday conversation.
Probably in the minority.
Well, it probably takes time too, doesn't it, for your body to start choosing to get rid of the excess
100%.
because it's used to just holding on to everything all the time.
Yeah, and you're not moving. Once you're moving and you're sore, I don't weigh myself every day, but I'm going to tell you right now, there was no part of me that was going to step on a scale last week when I was so sore I could barely walk, because I guarantee you I was retaining a lot of water. I had a lot of extra just weight because my body was trying to repair the muscle. So if my legs are super sore where it hurts to go up and down stairs, sit down, I don't weigh myself because I know my weight is going to be temporarily up while that healing process is happening. So yeah, that's happening. You're getting water weight loss by eating a little bit better, exercising more, but also your body's in a constant higher state of inflammation, which is a normal part of exercise, especially right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why you could gain weight potentially in the first couple weeks as you get more capable in the workouts and more sore.
Well, that's the way I understood it. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but if you're, say I haven't worked out for 10 years and then I do work out for 1 week, my body's still going to hold on to it. It's listen, buddy, I know you're going to go back to not doing jack squats. So you need to hold on to this excess calories because you
and you think about it where our body does not change. Our body likes equilibrium. It likes to stay the same. So yes, you may find that you're increasing your exercise, you're moving more because you're exercising, but at the end of the day, your net movement is the same because maybe you're exercising and you're super sore and you're really tired. So instead of going home, you go work out, you go to work, and then you go home and sit on the couch instead of not working out, go to work, come home, you mow the lawn, you do all this extra movement that you were already doing, and then you cut that out when you start exercising because you're just tired and sore and you don't want to do it. So that's a lot of where that comes from, where it's like you think you're doing more than you really are, but in the reality is your body is like really trying to even that out by like making you sit down more and just be more sedentary the more you exercise.
Yep.
So if you're not aware of it.
Yeah. So we have all these emotions, and you might be thinking, well, how do you guys know that? Well, I'll tell you how. Because we've done 49 10-week challenges in the last 12 years. So we have seen 4,000 or 5,000 different people go through this 10-week challenge.
All walks of life, all different
yes.
occupations and life, whatever, single people with multiple children, people newlyweds, newly divorced, like every
example you can throw at us. We've seen it. So that's just kind of how we know from experience. So when we get to week 3, it's like you're dealing with all these emotions. You're like I said, you're not losing any weight. You're sore. You're just, why am I doing this? It's like having the baby where you're getting nothing out of it. So when we get to week 3, it's just the newness of anything really wears off. So that's when integrity comes out. So integrity is basically doing what you said you would do even when no one is watching. Integrity is about following through on your commitments to yourself and your goals. So it's a good time for reflection to be like, okay, I know it's only been 2 weeks, and you might think, well, that's not very long, but it is.
It goes so fast.
It goes so fast. I mean, the Wednesday, we're going to be 25% done with the 10-week challenge already. And it felt like it just started just a few days ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So integrity builds trust with yourself and others. Just like in life, integrity in fitness means keeping your word. Okay. So what does that mean when it comes to our 10-week challenge? Well, you made a commitment to go 10 weeks, right?
Yep.
You made a commitment to, well, even if you're not doing the challenge, you made a commitment to yourself. Maybe you made a commitment to your spouse. You made a commitment to your teammates at Farrell's, your coaches, Nicole and I, that
your trainer, if you're training with somebody or your training partner.
Yep. So that's when like you're holding yourself accountable for that.
I think the building trust part is important too, because especially for people who have tried multiple times and failed just in any type of health and fitness, like you do start to not trust your abilities to do something. Like
especially with your building trust with yourself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like trusting yourself that you can stick with it even when it gets hard. And the thing is, where we definitely get caught up in the moment, but if we could just look back and reflect and realize that maybe not trusting that you can do something or trusting yourself to stay committed is what's actually keeping you from trying. And that's the big thing that I think we see with a lot of people, because there's that distrust with yourself that you think, okay, but what if I try really hard and I fail?
Like all the previous fitness things I've tried.
Yeah. But then you think that, but then if you look back and you really ask yourself, but was I really trying? Was I really giving it my all? Did I really stick with it when it got tough? Because it's the sticking with it when it's new and exciting is what gets you started. But having that, again, that integrity to trust yourself and trust the process of whatever you're doing is important, but we don't think of it that way, because we just think about, oh, I'll just sleep in today. I'll skip this workout. I'll get back at it tomorrow. And then one day turns into 2 days, or you're right back kind of to where you started, and you've created more distrust in yourself and your abilities to see things through. It's really hard mentally.
Well, they're just bad habits. I mean, you guys trying to have people start those new healthy habits. It's like, if you've been, bad habits for 15 years, you're probably going to fall on your face a few times.
You 100%
and
will.
Then to your point, like the biggest thing is like that commitment. Yep. Just got to remember why you committed in the very first place, because those old habits, they're going to show up, especially if it's probably your first time going through it. And it's just how are you going to act when those habits come in your head?
Yeah. And I think that's the other thing with the integrity is like owning up to those mistakes instead of trying to. This is a great time to talk about you are not special, which I did not talk about at the orientation. And I've had multiple coaches point out to me that I didn't give the you are not special speech at our orientation that I normally do. But that's the speech that I give where, and this is where the distrust in yourself happens, because we get in our heads about things when we fail, especially that instead of owning up to our mistakes, like, okay, I had this day planned. I was going to eat this whatever salad for lunch. And then somebody said, hey, we're going out to lunch. Do you want to go? And you go completely off the rails. Well, there's like, if that's tied with shame, then you're going to spiral and tell yourself, this is where the stress comes in. Tell yourself like, oh, I just can't tell anybody that I did this. I'm not going to change my meal on my Fitness Pal. I'm going to act like it didn't happen. Right. And that is where I tell people, like, having those emotions in the moment it's not a unique experience. It does not make you special. And so everyone always, I say it's tongue in cheek on purpose, like to say you're not special, but it's really just to say you're not the only person that's going through this. Like, this is not a unique experience. Having a plan and having something derail that plan and falling into the trap again does not make you special. It makes you totally normal. It's part of the process. It's part of the experience, and having the integrity to kind of own up to that and just get back up, dust yourself off, get back on track with the very next meal. Don't let it turn into, well, I went out for lunch, so we might as well order a pizza for dinner.
Yep.
You know,
the day's ruined.
Have ice cream at night. So that's where like the you are not special speech and integrity is really where it applies the most, because it is a matter of having that strength, the integrity to pick yourself back up when it happens. It's going to happen to everybody. And if it doesn't happen to you, then you probably didn't need to try to commit to 10 weeks of being, consistent with something, because you're already consistent with it. It's like
right.
A lot of the influencers that I kind of watch or listen to, consume their content on like YouTube and stuff. A couple of years ago, intuitive eating was a big thing. People talking about
what's intuitive eating.
Intuitive eating is like, oh, you don't have to track your food. You're just, if you give your body what it needs, then
just eat when you're hungry.
You can eat when you're hungry and listen to your body. But it was always thin people who have never struggled to lose weight telling them that, talking about intuitive eating. And now it is kind of turning around where people are starting to realize, especially with the use of weight loss medications for people who do have significant amounts of weight to lose. And they're really shining the light on the food noise now of how I just think a lot of people in thin bodies didn't understand how much time and mental energy was being consumed by people with food. But if you're thin and naturally thin and you've always been thin, you don't think about food the way someone who has struggled with their weight. Right. So it's like,
right.
It's easy for someone to say that when they've never struggled with it. And I've seen just very recently a couple influencers kind of backtracking on that a little bit and realizing, okay, I do understand how that might have been a little best case scenario. So it's like, yeah, somebody who can intuitively eat and live in a thin body probably doesn't need to commit to 10 weeks of like lifestyle and behavior change, because it's already a part of their lives.
So
I think that's kind of a big part of that. Like you said, Harrison, when you mess up, own up to it. We're all going to make mistakes.
And it's really
it both ways.
It's really just about making more positive choices than negative choices. Like I always think back to, like, the scales on on the Goonies, right? One-Eyed Willie's little scale where he has the coins, and it's like you want to be putting your coins on more positive decisions than negative ones. Like if you say you're going to show up for class and you show up, each time you do, you're reinforcing your belief that you can count on yourself, because I said I'm going to be there and I was there, versus you saying you're going to be there and then you're not there. Because that's when it's like, and we see this all the time. People will I'll text people, I'm going to be at class Monday. They're not at class Monday, and I never see them again. because it's like,
yeah,
It's that
okay,
shame part, you know?
right?
It is.
It's like no one. You guys say it all the time. It's like no one cares that you missed. Like if we're sad,
No, right.
but we're not. If you walk in the next day, they're gonna be even
Right.
happier.
Right. We just want to see you in, but it's like, it's that self-sabotage that we get ourselves in. Cause I've had people tell me this, well, I was sick for a week and now there's only 2 weeks left. And why finish? Well, finishing something is huge mentally.
Yes.
Even if you're, like you're not going to sign up to continue on with us when your 10 weeks are over. Cause not everybody does.
Right. But hopefully you've built habits.
Right. Where you can go and do something else and sustain those healthy habits and to keep your progress going, the changes that you've made. But it's like when I just quit with 2 weeks. I mean, we had people quit after week 9. It's like you have 5 days left, right? It's fine that you're not going to stay with us, but finish for yourself. Get your final picture taken for yourself, because that means so much mentally and psychologically that you're not going to be around, well, I quit again. I quit something. I quit.
Right.
Don't be a quitter.
Right. And then that has how you define yourself. So it's just going to make the next thing you do harder to start and easier to quit because you've been telling yourself, well, yep, this is what I do. I'm a quitter. But again, that's the trusting yourself part about that, building the integrity building trust. And so someone who, starts a marathon training plan, but then doesn't run the race because they aren't trained for it, or starts Farrell's and, quits at week 8 or 9, totally skipped over that trusting yourself part of the process. Because if you did trust yourself, then you understand that even if there's only 2 weeks left in this, I can still give it all I've got. I can still finish this and then continue to build on kind of those habits, or just stay with us too, just because it works when you're there, when you show up. The program works. You just have to continue to work on yourself showing up.
Right. It's about consistency over perfection, because typically it's more of the norm that our members and people, whenever you're starting something new, you're going to have stuff come up than just a perfect 10 weeks. Where you're not sick, your family's not sick, you're not going out of town, you miss a day, problems at work, problems with your kids. We all have problems on a daily basis. So, even though you're when you miss a workout or having a tough day, it doesn't mean that it's a failure. But what matters is your decision to get back on track, because that's what you're committed to.
Yeah.
So not everybody has perfect attendance. And I mean, God knows that I don't eat perfectly all the time, but if you just let it spiral, you have a bad meal, but just get back on track.
That's where integrity comes
That's
in.
where integrity comes from. So well, let's take a break and then we'll keep this conversation when we come back. So stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
You're invited to Valentino's big jumbo anniversary party, and we've got a gift just for you. On Thursday, July 31st, only buy one jumbo 16-inch pizza at a regular price and get a second pizza free. Hamburger or cheese pizza only on original crust. It's our way of saying thanks for sharing Valentino's tradition for over 68 years. Celebrate with a slice of Valentino's tradition on us. Pre-orders start July 30th, online, by phone, or in person, and the offer is good for July 31st only for carry-out or delivery at participating Valentino's locations.
Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's specials through July 29th are 15% off cheese and crackers, grass-fed, grass-finished tri-tips for $10.99, 820 ground beef trays for $6.99, and brisket flats for $9.99. Plus, stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursdays at the Mercado East or Fired Up Fridays at the Mercado North. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney and Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Rick Heyman here from Starter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at starterheyman.com.
Starter Heyman Jewelers.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. We are talking about integrity this week. Just kind of keeping our theme going. Week 1 was goals. Week 2 was discipline. Week 3 is integrity. They all kind of tie together. When the excitement of starting a new challenge fades, integrity is what keeps you moving. Remind yourself why you started. Your integrity is tied to your why. Like,
especially if you have a strong why, strong reason, as AD would say. Maybe your why hasn't been strong enough in the past.
That's right.
To really have that integrity tie in. I don't know. Or maybe it's like, if your why is like your kids, that was kind of ours, or, it's like, you can say that that's your why, but like, are you really putting yourself out there when it comes to that why? Like, are you telling other people that that's your why? Because I think that does build in a little more integrity. If you say like, okay, I'm doing this that's why, like we've talked about, I did my first triathlons were part of team and training for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. That's a huge part of why that program was so successful, is because you're on a team of people training for events, running events, triathlons. But you're also paired up with somebody with leukemia that's fighting for their life. So it's like that is built in. The integrity is built in because you know that you're doing it literally for someone else. Like you're raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and they tie it into this person. My patient was named Nick. His name was Nick, and like I still remember that and stuff. And that was a big part of why I got up and did training, especially swimming, because it's really hard. I hated swimming, and so there were many days that like that was my reason why I did it, because I knew like Nick couldn't do it. That was what the integrity of it was for me.
Ironically, it's probably easier to do it for somebody else too.
It is. That goes
Like
in with intrinsic and extrinsic
motivation,
internal and external. Yes, it is. It is easier. But if that's easier for you, then do that. Tie it to somebody or something and tell them like, I am doing this for you. That's why, you could sign up for a race. There's lots of races you can raise money for a cause, and you could do it in memory of somebody, or not in, what's it called when like not necessarily in memory, but like they're still around, but you're doing it for
in
them.
honor of,
yeah,
however you want to
right.
say it.
Usually in memory is when they've passed away, but it's like that's a huge thing. If you're extrinsically motivated, that's a great way to tie that integrity piece in and be like, okay, I'm doing this for you.
Especially if you got kids.
Yeah.
Jeff, can you imagine, or either of you guys, if you guys like didn't switch gears at some point with the gym?
I can imagine, because that's the childhood I grew up in. Like my parents didn't exercise ever, not ever on purpose, or have any, real thoughts to health and nutrition.
Yeah, I don't know where I would be if I wouldn't have started back at Farrell's. I mean,
Well,
I was kind of borderline diabetic. I mean, that's what my numbers were when
Probably
I was 30.
pretty sedentary.
Extremely,
which is just not fun.
Yeah.
And especially if you have kids growing up, it's like you don't want all their memories and experiences to be you on the couch.
Right.
Yeah.
Like even if you're funny, you want to take them and do fun stuff. You don't want to just be sitting at home all the time with them.
Yeah.
Well, most of our guests that we have on are, they think back to like before they started exercising, and it was just the best it's going to be for me. I remember Mandy Payne saying that too. Like, I just thought this was my life.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't going to be anything different.
Yeah.
But you don't know until you start. So that's
don't finish. Honestly, like you don't know until you start, and then it becomes a part of your lifestyle. And you don't. There's a difference between quitting and not finishing, because it's never finished. Like
never finished.
Right. Your 10 weeks ends, but your like health and your health being a priority doesn't have a finish line. So there's a difference between not finishing, because it's never finished. You have to continue forever.
It's not finished till
Right.
you die.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
You might end up loving it though. Like
you should.
telling Mark, like, hey, Mark, I know what was he, 300 pounds?
330.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you're 330, but in a couple of years, you're just gonna love getting up early in the morning and running and working out. He does generally. I mean, I'd imagine the transformation he had, and then I think he was just training. Didn't he volunteer to be a trainer for you guys?
Well, he was
one of our coaches.
Yeah, he wasn't an instructor.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
fell in love with it.
100%. You have to do it until you're not always gonna love it. Just like running. I rarely enjoy running.
I never do.
But you enjoy the confidence that it gives you. You enjoy just being able to like run a 5K. Like I'm actually pretty impressed that I was able to run that full thing, the whole 5K. It was definitely not the fastest 5K I've ever done, but honestly, I think I finished faster than I would have thought I would have if I would have been like, okay, I'm going to run the whole thing. I think I would have thought it would have taken me longer than it did. But
and I saw there was a guy I follow on Twitter, and he was talking about how like, we complain if we have to log our food, where what we should be thinking is we should feel blessed that we're able to buy food, eat food, to be able to log it.
That's
right.
True. Yeah.
Because there are people out there that can't afford to buy food, and we're just
or who don't have that is true. Privilege is a huge part of it, especially in health and fitness. And you definitely don't want to, because even if, like, growing up, my parents, I'll say, they weren't focused on health and nutrition, but also, we did rely on a lot of government assistance. So it's not like my mom had a lot of choices where she could decide, like, okay,
we're all going to join the gym,
right,
and we're going to start doing this and that.
There was never a time, especially when I was young, that I think my mom did not have the means or the mental capacity to make sure she was eating 130 grams of protein a day.
Probably didn't even know what that was, what it meant.
Right. There is a huge part of
Mhm.
recognizing the privilege of being able to make that decision.
Yeah. So we should be
Choices for yourself.
grateful that we
Yeah.
can do that instead of.
True.
But that's like, you could say that about a lot of things. I mean, I used to get upset when our DirecTV would glitch. Like, what? It's just.
I have to do that with Wi-Fi all the time. Remind myself to relax.
I know.
Like, it's not the end of the world.
It's so true.
Read a book for 30 minutes instead of just sitting at the TV refreshing it like a madman. Yeah.
Like, is there really nothing else you can do right now? That's us for sure.
But it's hard to, it's easy to say that.
Yeah.
But then when you're in the moment and
sure.
stuff's like, your phone's not working.
You're used to kind of a little pampered life.
You're panicking because you can't find the remote. Yeah, it's like stuff like that. But when I read that tweet, it was also talking about exercising, like, or being able to afford to go to a gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people just they'll sign up for a year at Farrell's, just go once a month.
We've had people sign up for a year and never walk back in the gym. Not very often. I can probably count on my hand less than 5 people, but we've had it before where they've committed to an annual membership and then they never come back.
And we'll email, text.
So
it's not like,
it has happened. So if that's something that you're out here listening and you're like, oh, well, yeah, I have a gym membership. I haven't been there for 3 months. Guess what? That doesn't make you special. That is a completely normal experience, and that should not keep you from showing up tomorrow.
Right. If you have a gym membership somewhere.
A cliche for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is such a common experience for people. But you know who it's not a common experience for? People who reach their health and fitness goals. People who reach their goals. That is not a common experience because they are showing up and doing the work.
It's just a normal, but it takes time to get to that place.
Yes.
In your life. And you realize it's always going to be, I'm sure even people that make it like Lindsay Schlote's been at class every day this year.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's days where she's probably like,
right. Yeah.
I don't want to go, but
probably a lot of those days.
Yeah. But that is another part where, like, that integrity is kind of a fail safe, because now she is 7, almost 8 months in.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that when I did my running streak. I've done that when I've gave up chocolate for a year, stuff like that. Once you invest that much time into it, it makes it that much easier. So it's like, I bet she has way less of those days than she did in April or March.
Or in February.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Now it's easier.
Right. So it's that building trust in yourself, your actions helping to align with your goals and sticking with that. And that all has to do with, like, just integrity too. You get stronger. You have a stronger fitness integrity.
Right.
Because of that. So the longer you go, the easier it is, because it's harder to think about not doing it because you've invested so much in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you start to get the negative feeling when you used to working out so much, and then the days you don't work out, you almost hate that feeling even more.
Yeah.
This probably drives you guys nuts. I'm sure you guys work out 6 days a week every week. If you have a day where you skip a beat, it probably keeps you up at night a little
I
bit.
talked about that last week, last week's show that we recorded 2 weeks ago, because I had a minor kind of mid-back injury. And so I was not able to work out, do leg day that week. I taught 2 classes, but I just facilitated the workout. So I did not do leg day that week for the first time in years and years and years. And I swear that Saturday, because that's on a Tuesday, and that Saturday is our combo strength training day. And just missing that one day, and I don't know if it was probably a mental thing where I was just like, I struggled so much on that Saturday, but I think part of it was probably like, oh, you didn't do this on Tuesday, so it's that much harder. But it is harder. Like, it didn't struggle to show up, but it felt harder because I had missed that day. And So yes, I'm definitely to the point where it would be much harder to talk me out of doing a workout where there's no talking me into it. It's just a habit. It's a part of my day. I don't have to talk myself into exercise. Like I've already went on a walk today.
Well, that's our job too. So
Well, it is our job, but not walking today
No.
isn't a job. But I
No.
did that. I went out and did that.
Yep.
It's also one of those things. It's like it takes an hour, for a really good workout. Not even.
Yeah.
You've never regretted it once. That's the thing that always trips me out about it. Is like you've never regretted doing this thing, but it is borderline impossible to get everyone to do it consistently, like
It's so
every
hard.
day. Even though, has anybody walked out of your gym being like, "Oh, I regret this 45 minutes"?
The only
Like,
time I
never.
think about that is when we've had like injuries, or I know people that have gotten injured, like
that's still
running and
different.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Like I have friends that have trained for like Ironman triathlons and like get into a gnarly bike crash like 2 weeks before their race. I'm sure they regretted that workout. But of course, that's like an extreme example. Like that's not a
Yeah,
reason
that's not
to
a-
not do it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, even I get sometimes I get that way. Like if I don't teach, I'm like, oh, I better do, and then I feel better afterwards.
Every time.
Yeah, you're just not going to
Every
go
time.
do lift weights or do strength training and not feel better afterwards because you
Even
just
if
did
you're
something
not-
positive for your body.
Even if it's not what you think is your 100%.
Yeah, just like AD says,
Yeah.
His level 10 sometimes might just be a 3, but that's his level 10.
Yeah.
And we talk about too, like, what got me into marathon running was really after my dad died. I was out there running because, he can't do this.
Mhm.
I can. That's when I kind of got the mantra, do it because you can.
Yeah.
Because there's people out there that can't do it.
Feels
And
like a slap in the face when you got a fully able body too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just kind of waste it.
And I know my
Mm-hmm.
cousin Wendy, she did Pharaohs for a while, and she's just has such a bad injury history of
Mhm.
she'd walk up the stairs and just blow her knee out.
Yeah,
or
just genetic joint issues. Yeah.
And she would text me like, she just can't do Pharaohs anymore. And then she's like just so irritated because there's people out there that are as healthy as
Right.
can be, that have gym memberships all over the city of Lincoln, the state of Nebraska, the United States, wherever. They have membership. They are physically able to do it, but they just choose not to.
And then she's in a boot because she walked up the stairs
Walked
wrong.
up the stairs wrong,
Right.
twisted her ankle, and she's in a boot.
Yeah.
And she's mad because she can't kick bags.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
It's so true. That is very much, again, call backing to our goals. That's how you are externally motivated. That's your extrinsic motivation for sure.
What's that?
You are, because you just know you're doing it because you can. That
Right.
becomes that external motivation. Like you're thinking of people who can't do it, and that's helping you get through it. And that makes you
Like Sean Erickson from Modern Woodman, when he teaches upper body, he says, listen, folks, there's people with no arms that would love to be able to do these shoulder presses. So
he's not wrong.
He's
though.
not
Some people
wrong.
have no arms.
Yes, some people don't have arms. They can't do these, but we could do them.
Yeah, and I'm not even like preaching. Like if I lost my legs tomorrow, I'd be pretty bummed out. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm super overweight or out of shape, but it's like, man, when you really put it into perspective, it's like,
Right.
yeah, one body.
I frittered away the time.
Yeah, you want to have this body is feeling good and as long as possible.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's true.
Thinking about your future as we're making deposits now
Mhm.
for our future, but it's something we don't think about when we're in our 20s and 30s because we're wrapped up in your kids
day-to-day.
and your job and your careers and your mortgages. And I know like my dad was for a period of time was big into possessions, right? I'm going to have the nicest house. I'm going to have the nicest cars. I'm going to have the nicest of everything. But if you don't have your health,
Right.
what
Doesn't
good is
matter.
all that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to take our last
Well,
break.
real quick, we'll go text line.
We got a text?
Yeah, I'll let you read that one. 8501. You'll know more than I do.
Oh, okay. Let me pull this up here. I didn't have it up for some reason. Okay. Oh, are you all live now?
Yeah, not pre-recorded. Last week.
yeah,
was.
we're live.
Mhm.
Any specials going on? Hey, you could text me directly 402-310-4026. You can start with us anytime at Farrell's. So anytime. We just had 3 people start last week. I know we're like into week 3 of the 10-week challenge, but if somebody's ready to go right now, the last thing I'm going to do is say, hey, wait till October 18th.
Yeah.
Just go to a different gym.
Do nothing. Sit on the couch.
Next 3 months. Just go to a different gym. And then when the 10-week challenge, you can come and start. But you could text me 402-310-4026.
Yeah, you can start with us anytime, even if we're not in a session. We'll still get a lot of the things you get in the 10-week session. We'll do an in-body, your body composition testing. We'll help you with the nutrition. And then if you're interested in doing the 10 weeks, we just fold you into the next one. So you're kind of like practicing until you get up into that 10 weeks. So
Which
you'll
is kinda
still get the
nice.
same support and everything.
Get that slow train up to the 10 weeks. Which
we get you started on nutrition and everything too. So, but yeah, if you're ready to go, we're ready to help. So that's what we're here for. So, all right, we ready for break, Harrison? All right, we'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, where your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Schwizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Koppel Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Koppel. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly, NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. Welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. DP just dropped in some Smoking Gun Jerky. Nicole was looking through the box and she was like,
Complete Idiot. This one's for you, Jeff.
Complete Idiot is the name of the jerky.
Hot. I take that back.
So
Jeff.
She throws it over to me and I want to try it before we go on air. And I'm looking at the ingredients after I pop in my mouth. There's jalapenos. And I'll tell you what, you guys, my mouth.
Carolina Reaper pepper.
Oh, that's what it is.
Carolina Reaper mash. In my defense, I did not look at the ingredients before I gave it to him. You guys.
If you guys like
your
hot
your
stuff.
eyes are red, Harrison.
I mean, my mouth is just burning right now. If you like hot, spicy stuff, that jerky, I mean, the taste was so good. And then all of a sudden, like my mouth's just starting out. Feels like my mouth's on fire.
Habanero powder, jalapenos, Carolina Reaper, 2 kinds.
Did you try it?
Yeah, I tried it.
Oh, well, now I feel bad.
Okay. Why? Because we're wimps?
Yeah, my eyes are watering.
Oh, my gosh.
It's hot. My mouth is hot. I can feel it, but I think your guys are overreacting.
I took a big bite.
I did too. And you guys took it first. You're like, oh, you're overreacting, Jeff. Let me have a piece. And now you're
I did.
It's hot.
I did. I won. I literally
You're
like, give me that.
reacting the most,
I wanted
Harrison.
to prove that Jeff's overreacting, and now I'm.
But then I did give you the what else did I give you, Jeff? And you said this is more
maple
my
and brown sugar.
Okay.
But I got to get this burning sensation out of my mouth at some point. Crowbait Tech chimes in, says, love hot stuff. Sounds like a normal Tuesday for me.
If you like hot stuff, I don't think this is hot. I mean,
no.
It is hot to me, but I don't like hot stuff. But for people who do like hot stuff.
Like when I think of hot, I think of
it's like normal hot.
Jalapenos and like the Fireball sauce that Pepper Jacks. That's pretty hot. This is
I don't think anything with
much
jalapenos.
more over the top.
But it's not getting worse.
Nicole's trying to be very strong for the audience because I am just, my lips are just.
That's what I'm saying. It's just on my lips right now. Every time I breathe, I can feel it.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't really hurt, but when I
can
talk,
feel it. It's just not that bad.
I would not be a contestant for the Hot Wings challenge.
The hot ones.
No, that would not be me. I wouldn't get very far.
Glass of milk does sound good.
I know.
I need some ice water.
I kind of want to try like that first one of the hot ones just to see how it compares to this. Like it is hot. It's spicy. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I could eat the whole pack of it.
Underselling it. Now you're trying to sound.
I just don't want Jeff makes it sound like I'm lying, like I'm acting like it's not as
being tougher, I think.
I am tougher, probably.
Well, that's true. You have given childbirth.
I don't think I could eat the whole thing. Like, I don't think I could eat. No.
So shout smoking gun jerky though. You can get
There's
super
so many
spicy,
flavors.
or you can get
that is
nice
smoking
and calm
gun.
and sweet.
I grabbed a couple flavors. I think the Wicked Awesome was my favorite the last time we tried it.
I'm pretty simple. I think it's just like pepper, black pepper.
All right, it's starting
Maple
to
cracked pepper.
subside a little
starting
bit.
to
Here you
fade
go.
now. I'm
Maple
feeling a
cracked.
little,
Here's your palate cleanser.
yeah, I'm
Maple
feeling a little
cracked
better.
pepper.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so smoking gun jerky, awesome.
The complete it just says the name says it all. It says
The complete idiot.
Yeah.
That was me for trusting you to eat
I know,
that one.
I feel bad. I didn't read the direction, or I didn't read the ingredients before I gave it to you. There was a couple that said like smoking hot or something like really hot. I
should
wonder
clarify,
what that tastes like.
On the text line, I was talking about Pepper Jack's Fireball sauce. It is not cinnamon whiskey.
No.
Yeah, we're
I
not
didn't
doing
think
cinnamon
so.
whiskey.
It's like
shots.
jalapeno and other sauce and oil, and they call it their Fireball. It just
You're
gives it
not
some
saying
spice.
Fireball is
Yeah,
spicy.
No, they're not spraying my steak on the grill with Fireball
Whiskey,
alcohol.
yeah.
Oh, that might be actually pretty good.
I mean, people maybe use it to cook. It does taste like cinnamon.
Probably.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Well,
thanks a lot, Smoking Gun.
yes.
Jerky.
Yes. Oh,
You can find it at Hy-Vee. I've seen it at Hy-Vee before.
Bill and Bennett said
Yeah.
Breaker's Delight.
I
is
saw
his
that.
favorite.
We had that one. That was in the box.
We might grab it on our way
Yeah,
out. And try
that one was in the box. There was a ton. They brought in a ton of them. So we complain that we don't get in on a lot of this stuff. So
Here we are.
So
we had to
grateful
try it.
for DP for letting us.
Yeah,
try
during
it.
the week, there's Good Sense. There's, just muchachos, all
Yes.
kinds of food that gets brought up here. So whenever we get something, it's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Just
All right.
not the complete idiot one.
Well,
For
that's
you.
gonna wrap it up for us here. Next week we are talking about courage.
Courage.
Week 4. So we'll be joining you next week. Next Sunday, we'll be into August, the month of football. So we'll see you next week. Have a great one. 92.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.